this month, Aaron and I got a call that Aaron is a dad of a child that is not from the two of us. And so it's been quite a month. We are going to be flying the new member of the family down in a couple of weeks, and we're very, very excited about it. I don't know if she's going to want to participate in some of our family videos. Obviously, it's a really sensitive topic, but whenever we are encountering a challenge, we like to kind of put out there that when challenges come, we ask God to help us, and then we try to move forward, and that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, so just some backstory, and I'm not going to give too many details because for sensitivity and it's not necessary. I was not aware that I had a daughter. I had a suspicion, and there was reason to believe, but I was not sure. I didn't have any choice in the matter. I didn't have rights to or any kind of ability to follow up, or I didn't have the chance to have a relationship with this person, and or my daughter. We're very sure it's my daughter.
Yeah.
She looks just like me.
She looks just like him. She's beautiful, but it is one of those things like, oh, that's Aaron's daughter.
Yeah. So there's no need for any of that. That's pretty obvious. I figured that if she did exist, that she would eventually come looking for me, and that I'd welcome her when I found her. And Esther knew very early in our relationship, that it was possible. And so when it happened, Esther took some time, to kind of get through it. And, of course, her gut instinct is to be defensive of the family because she doesn't want anything to happen to the family. But quickly she was able to envelop the idea of her being part of that. And I think that's wonderful. And that shows that the big heart that Esther has. And so my biggest deal was I reached out for advice from friends, try to get some advice on how to handle older kids, because I don't have any older kids. My eldest is 10. And they remind me that she's an adult now, and I didn't raise her, and she won't have all the different disciplines and things that I teach my kids now. She's not going to have any of those. I didn't have an opportunity to instill any of those in her, and my expectations have to be kind of open, and that I need to treat her like an adult, because she is an adult now. And so that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to show her love unconditionally. Politically, we may not agree. That doesn't mean anything. At least it shouldn't mean anything. Should still be able to show them love as if it didn't matter, because it doesn't.
Yeah, you have to be mature. It's very difficult as you get older to realize that you're the responsible party in the room. And we went through hospice with my mom for a year and a half, and it was very difficult to try and step into the shoes of the responsible party. And I feel like this is kind of like that again, and that it's like, look, if you have a child out there that needs you, it doesn't matter. I mean, now she is an adult. She's 21, but I feel like even though we don't have kids that are older and we don't really 100% know that phase, my niece is 19, and we love her like a daughter, and we're kind of watching her go through choices where you're trying to help someone find their way into adulthood. So we don't think of it as less important to be part of a person's life the older they get. We actually think it's more important, because as you're launching into adulthood, you need a lot of assistance.
Yeah, and our kids know, and they're very, very happy and excited to meet her. They call her Big Sis, and we're gonna have her fly in very soon, about 2 weeks, a little bit more than 2 weeks from now, maybe 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting to meet her in person. It's going to be really, really wonderful to get to know her. I'm going to do the very best I can to be myself, and to still show her that my heart is open. If she wants love from us, she'll get it.
Yeah, so that's the deal. It's weird. I feel so much more at peace about it now that initially I thought I was it was really hard, but now it's not. I mean, we've asked her about what movies she likes, and we've watched those movies, and we chat as much as we can. You know, maybe not every day, but we've tried to get to know each other, but it's such a delicate situation. It kind of reminds me of when Aaron and I first started dating, when we were doing eHarmony, where you send a person a message and you're like, are they going to respond back? Are they never going to?
It's just like that, and there's this fear of being rejected.
Yeah.
Just like if you were dating. And I think it's weird because there's a lot of pressure internally to not screw it up, like don't chase her off, don't scare her off, but still be yourself. And then you fear, well, what if myself will scare her off? And then you feel like hiding yourself, but then you feel like, well, that's still wrong because she needs to get to know you now. If she wants to know who her father is, she needs to know who you are. And it's very important that I give her that, and I give her that with a kind of like an open check of, here's love, no matter what, no matter if you agree with me, no matter if you think I'm a jerk or not, no matter if you don't like my politics, no matter if you don't like my face, you'll
She
know.
probably likes your face.
Probably likes my face. And then hope she accepts the love. I'm gonna give it to her.
Yeah, because you don't know if people know what unconditional love is. Like Aaron and I, it's such a principle for us that we're like, regardless of what challenges people bring, we work to try to be strong as a family so that we can reach out to people and kind of, you cover the deficit, because we've had times when we were in serious need, and we know what that looks like when you just are either just need help. And so we strive to be able to help people in any circumstance, but people don't know that when they first meet you, and it takes time. So we're intense people. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are very intense. I keep telling them, like, we are crazy people because we are just so off the beaten path. It's probably weird to be like, hi, I'm your dad, we live in an RV, I don't know. It's just, so not that I don't feel shame, but it is a little bit like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden your life's just on a platter and you're delivering it to someone and saying, please, we want you to be a part of our life with us and we love you, give us a chance.
It's going to be interesting. We're going to do the best we can. I'm going to show as much love as I can. I want her to feel like this is a positive. And getting a new family or getting family added to your family is a blessing. And we feel like that in our house. We had considered doing foster care after our kids got old enough and moved out, to protect them as well. We didn't want to do that before they were done growing and whatever. But this is kind of the way that works. Is you kind of have to move them into your heart manually.
Yeah.
And then show them the same love you would your own children.
Yeah.
And I think it's very possible to do so. And we are doing it now with her, and we're trying to do the best we can to welcome her.
You can't let yourself be threatened by people you love loving other people.
Right.
And I mean, we all kind of experience that, I think, when you're a little kid and you want to be like your best friend's best friend.
Right.
It's such a weird, like, guttural, territorial thing. And I felt it immediately when Aaron told me my daughters reached out to me. I don't know why I felt like maybe I was going to be shoved off a cliff or something. I mean, I literally was like, oh my gosh.
First instincts.
My
primal instincts, man.
Because you love her. I can tell. I'm like, oh my gosh. I called my sister. I'm like, he really loves her. And now, now I don't know what that looks like because I'm the woman in his life. And the kids know we're best friends. And I mean, even our parents, like, there's no one else that comes between us. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, here's another person that is going to, and she's going to need you. And then I think, you're such a big part of my life and I love you and I want her to have you. So it's like this very weird thing of like, I don't want anyone to have you, but I know she needs you and I do want her to have you, but also please don't leave me behind.
Again, I didn't get any choice in whether or not I was going to be in her life. I didn't get any choice at all. And, I would have never abandoned her. That is not me. Yeah. And so I guess now I feel this overwhelming sense of, do whatever you can to show her love and to be there for her. And it's almost panicking, like, oh, my child was out there for 21 years without knowing me.
Yeah.
And it feels sad,
It does. So immediately she's the priority. We're trying not to scare her off, but it's like that's
Yeah.
literally how we
We're
feel.
all
We're like,
intense.
get her in, like
Yeah.
you know. But I know she's doing well in her own life. I mean,
She's very strong.
wonderful. She just seems so responsible and kind and
Mm.
fun. I mean, we've really been getting to know her, and she just seems so wonderful. So we're like, it's not that we're pulling her out of the ocean onto the raft, and so we want her to go from her raft to our raft more. It's like, come join your raft with us, and we want to get to know you. We want to love you. So that's coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's two approaches to this that you can take. You can try to shower with money to make up for your time, which I think would supplant your role as a loving parent. You know, like that's probably the easy way out. Like, here, let me buy all your things, and it's strong desire to do that.
Yeah, it's hard not to do that because
Yeah.
it's immediate. It doesn't
Yeah.
take time. The rest of the stuff takes time, and you're like, what if she leaves before the time is put in? What if she doesn't know? You know.
So I'm trying to focus more on just being there as a person that will look at her art, you know, who will look at anything that she finds interesting and try to find interest in it, and just being there for someone she can talk to, and it'll take time to do that, and I know is very important, but I really hope that she knows my heart, and she'll learn me. She'll learn everything about me, and I will do the same in you know, in kind.
Yeah. So now, technically, there are 5 kids in the family. The kids are very excited. We want to encourage the bond of their siblingness.
Yep.
And
She has 2 other step siblings besides ours, so she's gonna have a lot of siblings. You know.
she is. I'm going to try and encourage that as like, wow, exciting.
6
you know.
6 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, because obviously she's going to be the oldest of our kids, so they're like super excited. I mean,
I
our
think she's
oldest
the eldest
is
of theirs
10.
too.
Oh yeah, she is. Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Yeah.
But she'll be coming in a couple weeks, and so this is kind of us capturing the moments before meeting her. So yay! We'll let you guys know how it goes. Woo.
Well,